Hello everyone, my name is Jean-Félipe Henri and I've been with Tecnar for 11 years now. I'm the Customer Performance Manager. Today I'll be presenting briefly about Tecnar, where we come from, where we're going, what we're doing right now, but mainly on how we bridge the research and production world with the Accuraspray CS. Before I jump in, I wanted to give a thanks to the CSAT organization for the event, as usual. Thank you very much. So quickly, Tecnar was founded in 1989 as a spin-off of the National Research Council of Canada. We started more as an R&D company where we were trying to develop new solution, new product, but since then we've moved to more of a production-oriented solutions that helps industrial on their day-to-day. We have partners and customers across multiple industries such as aerospace, military, automotive, energy, just to name a few. We're now over 95 employees, mainly in Montreal, where we're based off, hence the accent, but also across the planet to support the different markets and such. We have 4 different business lines. And we have over 1,000 customers across the different business lines. So if we go quickly over the 4 business lines, starting from your right, you have the laser ultrasonics division, where we do non-destructive analysis of different processes using laser ultrasounds. We have the LIBS division, which is laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy, where we measure in real time chemistry of molten metals such as galvanizing lime or aluminum vat, among others. We have the rotoweld, which is an automated spool welding machine with AI-powered automatic adjustment of parameters during the weld. And the one of interest today, our spray sensors, where we push the diagnostic of in-flight particles and helping people in real-world situations. So if I zoom into the spray sensors divisions, we have different offerings ranging from research, production, and software. So our research tool, the DPV, has been here for nearly 30 years now. It's cited in numerous papers. It's both thermal spray and cold spray compliant. This one is targeted for granular research going to the individual particles properties. If we look more at production, the one that we've been putting a lot more effort into in the recent years, starting with the thermal spray field, we have the Accuraspray 4.0. So as the name suggests, we're now at the 4th generation of that product with decades of experience. And we also have the solution, the Accuraspray CS for cold spray, and the shot meter for shot peening and green plastic. And we just recently launched the Accuraspray Hub, the software solution, or Tecnar Hub, which is a centralized database where you can input your spray parameters, recipe, your in-flight particle monitoring, or any other sensors that you would have in the boot. So that could be an Accuraspray, but that can also be a humidity sensor and such, substrate temperature and so on. And then you're after the fact, so your lab result, your MET, and all of that. So you have a centralized database where, one, you can visualize those different aspects clearly, draw correlation and such. But we've also started inputting some machine learning algorithm that, for example, will identify your min and max and your windows automatically. And that's our new baby. We're putting a lot of effort into it. So just a slide on some of our active customers in cold spray. You'll recognize some of them from being here. One thing at Tecnar that we really believe in is collaboration. So in the past couple of years, we've been working very hard with different OEMs, whether it's for cold spray, but also thermal spray and shot peening, to be integrated into their solution and for it to feel native and seamless when using a sensor. We just don't want to be a standalone sensor on the side of a boot, but rather feel part of the entire solution. And we can do this, one, because we have a strong customer base ranging from many decades before. We have a good relationship with the OEMs and we have integration project with them. And we have a dedicated team of engineers, whether it's mechanical, electrical, software, data scientists that helps us tackle those issues. Even in this list here, there's a user that's now up to his third Accuraspray CS, and that type of repeat business makes us very proud. So now just looking at the production challenges in Coldspray that you're all facing. Coldspray, as you know, Coldspray is a multi-input, multi-output process. It's very sensible to variation, and without proper tools, the operators are blind to those variations. So kind of the challenges and what the market looks like, among other things, there's the large production scale companies, or even the smaller shop that are trying to do high throughput, high speed production. There is varied environment, right? Different powders, different equipments, different operators, different locations, among other things. Varying level of skills in operators with the high turnover with those employees I'm sure everybody's facing. And of course, all of this drives the pricing, and that's a differentiator in the market. So our first solution, I touched on it a little bit, but our first solution was the DPV. The DPV was engineered in 1994 with the NRC. It was the first disruption in the field. Like I said, it's been cited in numerous papers. The goal, what we did with the DPV was to go granular, individual particle, velocity in some cases, temperature, diameter, position in the plume with all the understanding the dynamics of the flow and where the particles are positioned in that cross section. The goal was really to establish a correlation between the particle properties and the coating. But that didn't really help people in production. That was not targeted to be easy to use, to be ported easily to the shop floor. So because we had a lot of experience doing production sensors with the Accuraspray series and thermal spray, because we know the intricacies of the cold spray process using the DPV for cold particles for many years before, and because we have a good group of collaborators around us, the OEMs, our customers, we were able, during COVID, because we had a little bit more time to think about the product, come up with a new solution, which is the Accuraspray CS. So basically, the Accuraspray CS is an easy to use, robust sensor meant for production floor, easy to interface. So now I'm going to go over some of the aspects that makes it the good solution for the shop floor. One thing I forgot, it's really meant for the high throughput application where you don't want to be tweaking your parameters, you don't want to be thinking about your sensor and how it works, you just want to bring the nozzle to it, get a velocity reading, get a relative feed rate, and resume your operation. So ruggedized for production environment, coming back to the fact that we've been producing sensors for production for many years, so it's well sealed, well cooled. We use sapphire windows that are very hard to damage. We have an air knife that ensures that the windows are always clean when you're trying to do your readings. So once again, you bring your nozzle close to it, you're back on your feet, let's go, let's resume production. I have kind of a funny story. Like 1 year ago, I think, a customer called me and he was like, "Hey GF, we had a problem with our robot procedures where the robot just went underneath the Accuraspray bracket and just lifted everything off the floor, just took the bracket out with the sensors, and ultimately it fell onto the floor." So they told me that over the phone. I was like, okay, maybe we need to organize an RMA so that it comes back, we inspect it, make sure calibration is good. But they told me, okay, let me come back to you. And I think the day after they called me back and said, hey, we reassembled the whole thing. We looked at the process that we have good confidence on. We did change of pressures, temperature and chamber temperature, and we're back on our feet. We believe the measurement didn't drift. So of course, from my point of view, customer service, I was like, oh, okay, I'm not quite sure, but I think it's a good testimonial to its robustness. Easy to set up. It comes equipped with the sensor comes with a quick setup guide, very easy to align, then a couple of software adjustments such as the direction of the spray, the amplification of the signal, and then you get a reading. So the testimonial that we got always it's very intuitive. You plug and play basically with the user manual. We easily get readings. So one thing to note with those sensors, there's training session included with it. And some people, we try to link up and say, hey, you didn't request it yet, and we discuss, and we say, oh no, it's super intuitive, we don't need you, we're good. So for me, customer performance manager, I want to talk to everybody. I want to make sure everybody has all the information to make the best out of the sensor, but sometimes they don't even need us. So yeah, NIST traceability. Just to cover this aspect, in 2017, we got audited by Pratt & Whitney Canada. They came to our office, more for the thermal spray side, but that's applicable for the cold spray as well. And they just went through our entire calibration, the way we were doing things, how we were recertifying our bench, the tools that we were using to calibrate our own calibration bench. And with their help, we are now proud to say that we have a NIST traceable calibration. So bottom line for Tecnar is you take a sensor out of your production for whatever reason, calibration and such, you replace it with your spare one, you get the exact same velocity, exact same relative feed rate, and you just resume. Intuitive user interface, that speaks for itself. We've been doing this for a long time. For us, we believe in something that is intuitive for the operator. It's not a bunch of different parameters, a bunch of information that's not useful. We want it to be a go, no-go tool where you easily understand if you have an action to take or not. Integration capabilities, whether it's PLC integration, HTTP commands, OPC UA, all of such. If you want to just talk with the sensor, if you want to interface it somehow, you can do it. And fail-proof reading. One thing at Tecnar that we believe in is not displaying wrong-fold data. So we have acceptance criteria that are meant for that. When you see a velocity, we trust the velocity. Otherwise, we display MA and you have a list of action that are potentially to be taken to go back to having reliable reading. So here I have a little video. Some of you might have seen it if you watched the webinar we did, but I think it's very neat, so I wanted to show it again as it displays the NIST traceable aspect, the repeatability very well. So what we did is one of our close by partners, we bring a second Accuraspray CS to their facility, so they use it before and after every part. We went there and just set them up where we could move from one to the other. You see here we're generating around 830 meters per second, and then we're just going to move to the other sensor head, just the same mechanical alignment done, and then by moving to the second head, as we see here. Then we're going to fall back on our feet, regenerating virtually the same velocity within our tolerance for calibration. So another video, it's not from the cold spray world, but I wanted to show you that video here. Why? Because this is pretty much what you can reach when you completely integrate our sensors. This is the complete closed loop integration that we're looking to do with every one of our partners. So before I jump in, this is a plasma transferred wire arc application where you do spray board, so engine blocks, internal coating. Basically at every X amount of time plus certain rules, they're going to move to the Accuraspray with their production. So just with a quick robot movement, they go in front of our sensor. Then they have acceptance criteria that we managed to determine what their min-max was, and if it's green, then they just resume production. If there's something wrong, they move to the maintenance position. In their case, the maintenance position is an automated torch head exchange. So if you're looking towards something like that, then please come to us. This is something that's very interesting, and that's something we're trying to achieve with everyone. So once again, just coming back one slide, that was quality control. We wanted to have kind of a ROI, return on investment slide, like what it could look like. So we asked quality control, what do you do with your sensors? So basically they develop all of their process using velocimetry and relative feed rate, and then they transfer that to production. And before and after every part, they move to the Accuraspray shortly, just to ensure that they're still within the range. So from the horse's mouth, the benefits are rework rate that went from 3% to virtually 0%, and a return on investment of approximately 2 months. Some of the things that are what's next at Tecnar. So I'll just go quickly over those points, but usability improvement. We're always listening. So one of the things, of course, easier integration, making it seamless for the operators. But alignment assistant across the board of our sensors, there's been some requests to tackle those alignment issues so that it becomes either automatic or you have some guides. So there's ongoing projects for that. Continuous readings. There's not much I can say for that because of NDA and patents activities. But let's say that we're looking to redefine how you measure continuously in a booth for all processes at all time. So exciting news to come. I just can't touch on it right now, but I think it's going to be something you'll enjoy. Shot meter 4.0, so same as the Accuraspray and the Accuraspray CS. Now we've also ported the latest version of our solution for shot peening and gray blasting. Autonomous process control in thermal spray. Of course, with all we work with OEMs, with our data, there's some closed loop potential using the data from the OEMs, the parameters from the OEMs and ours, so we're looking into this for sure. The Accuraspray Hub, already touched on it, but that software got our full focus. We're only going to be adding more modules, more capacities to this. So I wanted to show this quickly by the end. So this is the newly acquired land at Tecnar for our third building. And it's just a matter of showing that basically we're ramping up the capabilities. We're here to support you guys, and we're taking actions to make sure that we have those capabilities, whether it's the engineering, production. So I wanted to show this because I think it's pretty cool. So finally, here's some touch point that we discussed. Tecnar leads in diagnostics. It's been a while we've been doing this. Sensors are must-have for production. You have to leverage your data, properly use your data, prioritize quality, of course, sustainability and profitability, and we're open to calibration. We're ready to tackle your challenge. If you don't already do, just come see us, and we have the capabilities, we have the manpower to help you guys. And there's my QR code. Feel free to scan it if you want to connect. Come by the booth. We're just outside, and I'm open to answer some questions. Thank you very much.